What's up, ghouls? It's Betty Jade, and welcome to Tavern Talk Dreamwalker, the demo. I'm pretty sure it was the first Tavern Talk demo on here, and you guys really seem to like it a lot. They're coming out with Dreamwalker on June 9th, and I saw that they had the demo out already, so I thought that we could give it a little look. Pretty sure this is different than where we were in the first one. Greetings, traveler. Your eyes look a little pretty is the word I was looking for. Pretty. I won't assume any more than that. Is that all I get? I said your eyes were pretty. Oh, greetings, old friend. It's good to see you and your pretty armor. Likewise. I don't know. Your tattoo right here makes your arm look a little... it looks a little odd to me, but other than that, I really like this design. The slight scars on the skin tone is really pretty. I'm not sure if this is like the glow from outside or what, but it looks real pretty. I've been told you sell magical drinks to exhausted travelers. Could I have one? Slow down. First things first, mate. Wait, you're a customer now. I should watch my manners. Do I have like a British accent? First things first, mate. My deepest apologies, Miss Merriam. When did you become so polite? I always have been. Must have forgotten. Anyhow, how about you go ahead and make me something to drink already? Oh, you just fiery temper? Dragon? Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, I'll indulge you. What can I get you? Let's see. Your menu is small, but enticing. How about a Voyager's Dream? It sounds nicely balanced. A bit spiritual for my tastes. It does remind me of you. Your head has always been in the clouds. I'm weird and unmedicated. There are less pleasant places for a head to be, such as a pike, hard concrete, the maw of a kraken. A pike! Thank you. Thank like mine. Alright, I'll take the clouds. And before you run off to make my drink, would you mind showing me what you've got going on back there? Sure. Are you scouting out the competition? Call it wizardly curiosity. Can't argue with that. Come on, I'll give you a tour. Oh, look at my little bee friend! Instead of a little lizard dragon thing, we have a funny little bee. I like the bee. It's cute. How's this for a drink mixing nook? Not too shabby. I like the personal touches. Thank you. I keep all my potions here, carefully guarded by Captain Bee-Bug. I miss that little critter. Do you think I could pet them? They always appreciate a good head scratch, maybe after I'm done explaining. Alright, let's mix your potions then. Not so fast, Miss Know-It-All. Let's follow the proper steps. Slinky summarizes my notes for me. Sorry, Slinky? My lunar reef pygmy octopus. I want, give to me. They came in for an internship one day and never left. Very nice guy. Strength, charisma, dexterity, intelligence, and defense. Next, I just take one and pour it into the mug. So that's how you pour them in. How else would I? Right. If I make a mistake, I can pour the faulty mix into Captain Bebug's bucket. They love terrible potions. That makes one of us, at least. Anything else you gotta keep in mind? Ring the bell once I'm done. Voyager's Dream. Coming right up. I feel like it explained things, and yet I still don't know what is going on. Okay, so these each add different things? Why is that overcomplicating it? Oh, this will drop it. Okay. So... this... right? Yeah, that's where I want it. This will drop the defense. Okay. Okay. This should do it. Voyager's Dream. Okay. That seemed a little too complicated for me. But, I did it. Ding, I did it. It's very pretty. Dream of a drink just for you. Let's see how sound your method really is. This is excellent. Inspiring enough for any dream, thank you. Though if I may offer a suggestion, your drink mixing technique is certainly commendable. What are you getting at? I was experimenting with a new potion on the way here. You're a wizard? Wizards wear armor? I call it Sirius Black. It's a simple brew that enhances the physical abilities of the body. And well, I suppose it reminds me of you and your whole astrology obsession. I may be a witchy bitch, but I'm not an astrology bitch. I don't adhere to that business. I only maybe look like my sign. I do not have my sign's personality, so you should have it. I think it can offer a different take on this delicious drink of yours. Potion unlocked! Is your potion so bad that you need to get rid of it? Are you still so bad at accepting gifts? I'm just yorking your gorkin, you know? Yes. Deal with it. I'm not taking it back. It'll look good in your inventory. On that note, congratulations on opening your own tavern. Is that a Luffy hat? Got a deal and went for it. Always so business-minded. So are we competition now? Me and the great Miriam Alchemy Collective, I mean. Moria's most prestigious mage family and their famous potion of miracles. Versus Jade, Borkham's up-and-coming tavern keeper and her most delicious concoctions. Sounds like a battle for the ages, right? I think we might be occupying very different niches. Unless you're thinking about becoming a stuck-up mage who sells her diluted potions for markup prices, I think we're good. I'll think about it. Just kidding. I see this as you indulging my hobby. A very expensive hobby. They tend to be. I suggest a more profitable business model if you have the time. I'll think about it, Miss Miriam. You can drop the miss. We've known each other for what, almost 2 decades now? quite a while. Long time to have been best friends. Long time indeed. Even longer after you abandoned me for 2 whole years. Oh, wait. Even longer after you abandoned me for 2 whole years. Almost revoked your friend license. I was busy. You could have sent a postcard. I'm sorry, I just need to get away after... I know. I lost her too. I'm just pulling your leg. I just missed you. I missed you too. So I'm assuming maybe we lost a mutual friend? How are the Gefira treating you? I heard Twinborough is lovely this time of year. The local flora is in bloom, which is beautiful, postcard worthy even. But unfortunately, the uptick in pollen seems to have increased the fluctuation in the Delta Mana's irregularities. But simply keeping everyone safe from the arcane abnormalities roaming this city gets a bit rough this time of year. Whoa. Something about the exposure to pollen shifts the creature's behavior and hunting patterns. And you're trying to figure out why? As is my position as a Gefira analyst. Good for you. Did the magical protectors of the city also sponsor your armor? It's rare to see wizards running around this suited up. Yeah, thank you. But what? I made it myself. And also, like, dang girl, you jacked. You super jacked. You're a wizard? Why are you jacked in armor? Like, I'm not complaining because you're nice to look at, but I'm confusion. Well, the Gefira blacksmith made it, but I transmuted it. Transmutation. Girl, you can't be throwing around words like that. You know I be having PTSD from Fullmetal Alchemist. Made it impervious to lightning damage and gave it some absorbent properties. Sounds exciting. It is. Did you build this tavern yourself? I just renovated it. It was honestly in rather poor condition, but I think I prettied it up quite well. Prettied it up, as in I put a bunch of junk around and let this seagull inside. Had some help with it too, of course. You did a good job. I can barely tell someone broke that shelf before. This one? Yeah. You know, I could have just put another one of these bracket things on, you know, to hold the shelf up. Just, you know, put some more screws in there, but I thought, nah, rope. Rope be good. Thank you. I like that it's right by the sea, so close to home. You moved to Borkum just to have a view of Moria from your backyard? What can I say? I'm sentimental. I thought about moving to Zenith for about half a day, but they put sesame seeds on their bread rolls. I just can't deal with that. I think they taste quite good, actually. A nice change of pace. Oh, how you betray me. Yet again. Did you try some of their treacherous bread on your way home? Plenty. I stopped by to pick up some incense I ordered, and the baker was right next door. He was very forthcoming about his assortment, as well as the town's gossip. I think I could write a cookbook interspersed with local tabloid articles at this point. Anything you'd like to share? You know how much I like gossip. I sure do. It was a whole lot of talking in circles and worrying about nothing. What stuck out the most was how worried he was about his niece's neighbor's son. Apparently, this kid hasn't slept well in days and insists there's a monster hiding under his bed. What kind of monster? Not sure. Allegedly, it has as many feet as a millipede and snores. Fascinating. Do you think it's real? No. The baker also told me about a mysterious rogue allegedly going rogue in town. Stealing buttons, beads, bones? No. Honey. The townsfolk have started locking their doors at night, but even that isn't preventing the robberies. I think the boy is scared and is projecting his fears into his dreams and under his bed. Not too bad of a theory. What did your investigation conclude, Gefera Miriam? Nothing. I didn't investigate. I considered it. The opportunity to study the potential beast or delusion sounded alluring, but I only had time to leave a charm against bad dreams with the baker. I was only passing through, after all. I guess your jurisdiction doesn't extend to the mainland anyway. So what did bring you back here? Me, I hope. The Afterlight Solstice Festival. My parents are sponsoring it this year, and they asked for some help with the preparations. There's lots to do, and we only have half a month to do it all. Glad to hear they finally reached out. Yeah. But I'm surprised you took days off for it. I've always thought you weren't too fond of the event. Too loud, too dark, too people-y, all that. I wasn't exactly in a position to refuse. It was Zara's favorite, you know. So, I guess this is their way of honoring her. Obsessing over anything that reminds them of her existence, needing to make it perfect in her memory. Any way to keep on living, I guess. Okay. I see how that wasn't easy to say no to. Not that I tried. Anyhow, will you come over for the celebration? Maybe. I might have to work. I suppose the day of festivities means good business for you. I'll make sure to send some guests your way. Hello. I like your face. Did I hear festivities? Who's throwing a party? And why am I not invited? Your arm is like a cannon. And not like a cannon. It's like a cannon from like the circus. I'm sorry. Who are you? This is Una. She helps me with all my renovations and repairs, so I let her live upstairs for free. I see. Now the makeshift roof makes a lot more sense. No need to be intimidated by my DIY skills. You two know each other? For quite some time, yes. And you never introduced her to me, Jade. Here I thought we were so close. Even after I lost my hand while trying to fix your tavern's leaking stern. Please don't believe everything she says. Hey! You want to tell me you climbed all the way up there yourself to fix the leak? That's not... Never mind. To tell you the truth, I lost my arm while brawling with the two-headed sheep. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Terrifying beast, really. Good thing there was a field of clovers nearby. Did you know they're absolutely crazy about clovers, just in case you ever get into a hairy situation with some sheep? Or should I say, a woolly situation? A woolly situation? I hate that I'm laughing. You know exactly why you let me stay here. Ugh. Thinking about that sheep is really making me crave one of your drinks, though. Could you make me one? Why do sheep make you think of... Does it really matter? You got me? You got a drink for me or not? Sure. What may I concoct for you? Something that'll make me look... Something that'll make me the lucky fool at the poker table over at the Squeaky Lobster. You feel me? And add in a bit of charisma so no one will notice a thing. Notice what? If I elaborate on it, I'll have to get rid of you. In that case, I better see what charismatic brew I can concoct for you. Great rhyme. Now, Una didn't request a specific drink. She did mention some attributes the drink should have. What did she say again? I should check my log for specific keywords. Alright, now I need to browse my recipes for a drink that matches her request. And if I get lost, I can always ask Slinky for help. I've got this. I want to pet you. I cannot pet you. Oh, this is what she gave me. She gave me a new ingredient. Strength, intelligence, charisma, defense, dexterity. Well, there's actually nothing for luck. So I guess just something for charisma. Okay. Okay. And then this. Okay. Season tides. Hello? I'm here. Here you go. Oh, it matches you. Oh, does this match you too? Because I kind of think you're a dragon, and you're kind of a sea-ish creature. Let's see if this suits your taste. Delicious as always, exactly what I wanted. The losers over at that Squeaky Lobster poker night might as well pack up now. So what about you, oh mysterious, suited-up woman? I know absolutely nothing about you. Only that you're besties with Jade. How about you share a funny little anecdote with us too? Or at least your name. I'm Gefera Miriam. You know, like the Miriam Alchemy Collective, the famous potion brewery on Moria? No big deal at all. If you must mention it. There's a potion brewery on Moria? If you make it to Moria sometime, I'd be happy to give you a tour. Awesome, I'll put it on my Gaia bucket list. You're not from here, I take it. Nope. Straight out of the Astral Sea. People can usually tell immediately, but whatever. I'm here now with the sweet gig. I suppose so. Any particular reason why you're exploring Gaia?
Could you get your claws out of my arm, please? Excuse.
I've heard wondrous things about the Astral Sea. It must have been difficult to leave it behind. Curiosity? I want to see every last bit of Gaia, every blade of glass.
Every blade of grass, every tree, leave no stone unturned.
For you, Gaia may be completely normal, but for astral folk like me, it's rare we get to see beyond the tides.
So now that I can, I've got to make most of it.
However I'm able to. They don't make as many manuals on adventuring as you think.
And I'm getting tired of counting all the cracks and crevices in this wood interior.
I can hear you.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
It's alright. I'm hoping you'll see more of the world too. I appreciate the company though.
And I appreciate a good old bar with a good view. But I'd like to see as much as Gaia as I can before I mean, I'd love to see the biennial astral star eclipse from a Gaian perspective. Allegedly, the best place to watch the eclipse is Varika. But it's so far up north, kinda out of reach for me currently. So until then, I'll just go on fun day trips and get into bar fights elsewhere. Speaking of bars, remember how I told you I'd do some industrial espionage for you over at the Lucky Neater?
I don't remember asking for that.
First of all, your tavern is still cooler.
That's a relief.
But even better, I roped the owner into a dice game. The bet, if I'd won, I'd get something extraordinary. If they won, I'd fix their broken void siphon.
And I assume you won?
Bingo. And I snatched quite the treasure for you. They said it was collecting dust in a glass cabinet anyways. And now I'm handing it over to my worthy friend. The label says Anka. No idea what it does, but I figured it might be useful.
Potion unlocked. Thank you. I think it'll add nicely to my collection.
I thought so too. Anyway, let me fill you in on some hot Fishian gossip I picked up on my way back.
I'm all ears.
Apparently some exciting things are happening in Zenith at the moment.
So, you've also heard about the strange thief?
What?
No, actually I was talking about the colorful cobblestones that started appearing everywhere.
I definitely have to get my hands on a few of them.
Oh, I definitely have to get my hands on a few of them.
I bet they're magical. Who knows what I could do with them?
I did see those colorful stones in the pavement, red, pink, and orange if I'm remembering correctly. They looked cute. I figured they were doing the doing of a young carbuncle. You know, those furry critters with the gemstone between their eyes? Maybe one of them painted the streets cobblestones its favorite colors. A carbuncle? They're pretty rare in Fezoa. I thought they preferred a warmer climate.
Hogwash, it's clearly the work of an artistically gifted leprechaun.
Have you ever seen a leprechaun paint stones?
Have you ever seen a carbuncle at this latitude?
Maybe you're both right? Like a lebruncle? What a spineless answer.
Agreed. Either way, I really gotta check it out.
You could also investigate the thefts while you're there. Or help a poor kid plagued by nightmares.
Not sure how cobblestones would help a kid, but I'll see if I can find an adventurer with a babysitting license to pass on your worries.
Do you need a ride then? I'd be happy to introduce you to a merchant who frequents the route. They still owe me a favor.
That sounds great, thank you.
Let's go then. What's the rush? You could stay for another drink if you want. I'm hoping to catch my acquaintance before they depart to Zenith. Right, of course.
Well then, see you soon, Jade. Till next tidal wave.
Aw, my friend.
Whatever that means. Until next time, Tavern Keeper. Take care of yourself.
And don't make me wait so long next time, please.
I won't, I promise.
Hey, it's our guy.
Astral hairs don't know the Makawava. Yes, they do. And how would you know that? I've read a basic biology book. Wait, you can read?
Hello and welcome to the Drowsy Dragon Travelers.
Hello?
Thank you for the kind greeting, Tavern Keeper. You can call me Jade. It's a real pleasure to meet you, Jade. So, Jade, do you have any paladin repellent on hand? Can't say I do.
How about a truth serum?
No, not that one either. Sorry.
Truth serum? Are you accusing me of lying?
I'm not accusing you. I know you're lying. Alright. How about some drinks to settle your spirits?
Drinks? You have my full and undivided attention. How much do they cost?
Just your names.
Drive a hard bargain. Those are very precious.
I meant an introduction. I already like my name well enough.
Ah, that I can do. I'm Rune.
No, you're not. That's the name of the guard I talked to earlier.
Common name?
Sure.
We can't all be called Quasar Duskbringer.
No, we couldn't. That would be very inefficient.
What a dramatic name.
My family has a flair for the dramatic.
Can I get my drink now?
Of course, right away. Anything in particular you fancy?
The hottest drink on your menu.
Metaphorically? Literally. Gotcha, coming right up. Says it's a hot tea. Guess they want a slow strike. Why is everything in the negatives? Okay, so no, I was right. This one. And then this one. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. And then I need -2 for the first one. So 2 of these, and it should be good. Oh, I added too much. I poured out a little too much again, but it's fine. Now it's a slow strike. Okay. Weird that we don't have to do anything to mix it. Hot and steamy as requested.
Ah. You really went all in with that drink.
I did. It was complicated. I gave it my best.
Undo appreciates your efforts too.
Sorry, Ondu? Yeah, I recognize Ondu. What is he doing with you, exactly? The pollywog on their shoulder.
He is not a pollywog, you uneducated mop.
What is he then?
A draconic familiar. And a gift from my buddy Levi. Leviathan. Haven't you read a basic theology book?
I'm sorry, you are talking about the Leviathan?
Yes, the great sea serpent, dragon of the primordial sea, coolest guy around, yada yada yada.
You know what? I don't want to know, not at all, how you got your hands on a draconic familiar.
That's alright with me.
I'd love to know more.
Maybe next time. For now.
For now, can I offer you a drink too, Quasar? No, thank you. I don't drink on the job.
For dragon's sake.
What's your job, if you're okay with me asking? I'm a paladin in the Aurelian Star Guards. I've dedicated my entire life to spreading Cassiopeia's light and wisdom in the name of the Order of Starlight. I save those who cannot save themselves, and I deliver justice to places dark and darkness threatens to conquer.
So, like a cop?
No, not like a cop. The dragons wish for us to live in harmony with one another, and for that we must find a balance between compassion and rooting out evil.
You... Wow. So, a religious cop?
I'd much prefer a different insult. The Order of Starlight. We don't often see people from the Order here in Mossbury. We don't have a big stronghold in Fazal yet. And the Aurelian Star things? We're based in the Majocracy.
That explains a stick up your ass.
And where are you from? The circus?
Your dreams.
My nightmares, more like. What convinced you two to travel together? A mutual love for bickering?
We're not traveling together.
What is this, then? Surveillance. Jade, I'm sure it won't surprise you to hear this, but I ran into this criminal while they were running from the law. Quite literally, 6 guards were chasing them. 6.
Yeah, and you helped me get away from them. What does that make you?
Compassionate. You were outnumbered and it was unfair, so I felt a bit of empathy. You might want to look up that word.
I'm good, thanks.
Plus, it's innocent until proven guilty, right? That being said, they looked very guilty.
I've never stolen a thing in my entire life.
You tried to pickpocket me 3 times on the way here.
What did the guards say or yell while you...
What did the guards say or yell while you were running? I won't repeat the yelling, but I checked in with them later to hear their side. They told me a very precious artifact was stolen from the Museum of Historical Sea Serpentry. The local Leviathan Museum? Yes. The Eye of the Storm has gone missing. It's said to offer a glimpse at the dreams of the great sea serpent himself. That's why it was being safeguarded in that abomination of a temple-museum combination. Bummer. I loved looking at that orb.
I heard it's beautiful to look at.
I bet. The receptionist saw a cloaked fae with a giant staff and a purple familiar pocket it.
Could be anyone.
I see the issue here. But how about a compromise? Quasar, you give the eye back, but without handing in your new acquaintance. That way you'll both be happy. I would have already done that, but They don't have it on them anymore, and they refuse to be honest about it. Now I need to find out where they hid it, so you don't get in trouble for helping them flee. Bingo. And so I can return the artifact to its rightful owner. Can't exactly let a criminal run free either, but I need proof first. One should not condemn without having weighed the scales of justice carefully.
Spoken like Cassiopeia herself.
Yes.
Not that I stole anything, but if I did, Leviathan would greatly appreciate it.
How would you know that?
I asked him.
Right. And what did he say?
Nothing, but he didn't take away my powers nor banish me into the crater of a volcano, so he clearly approves.
Seems like you both lost your marbles then. Do you follow any of the dragon's jade? I hope you're familiar isn't a result of wizardry. Sometimes guys sends me stuff and won't take it back. I've learned not to question it.
So, the great dragon of the fruitful earth is like your fan?
More like I'm her experiment, I think.
Impressive.
May I ask what all the trappings of astrology here are about then?
Cassiopeia and Leviathan are typically the dragons associated with the stars, so it's a bit off-brand, right?
Not really. This is my tavern, not Gaia's, and I like astrology. Astrology? Or astronomy? I learned about it from the local sailors, and since they're my main customers, it's just made sense, you know? That's actually quite sweet. Thank you. You know, the star signs were created by Cassiopeia and Leviathan in unison. They worked quite well together. They're twins, such is expected of family traditionally.
But they're naturally opposed. Chaos and law just don't go together.
Hence the different planes in doctrine. But speaking of your gifts, Jade, I'll admit I'm curious about your drinks now. May I try one after all? Happily. What will it be for you? Let me think. After talking so passionately about Leviathan and Cassiopeia, the Voyager's Dream sounds like a fitting brew. I actually got some new potions in today. If you'd like, I could try mixing up a fresh new version of the Voyager's Dream. Maybe with a shot of my new Sirius potion. Sounds exciting, count me in. Voyager's Dream. And... okay, so I do need to use this. This. There we go. Voyager's Dream. Mixed with a different brew of Voyager's Dream for you. Incredible. It's almost like I can taste the astral and primordial seas in unison together. Brilliant. Your assortment of potions is quite the variety of flavor profiles. You must get around often. Not as much as I'd like, actually. How so? I'm tavern bound most of the time. No one to cover for you in case of absence? Something like that.
How do you get your potions then?
Well, I usually make them myself. I come up with whatever I can for recipes as well. Sometimes my friends bring me potions or recipes they stumble upon during their travels too.
Cool. Wait, let me see if I... ah, I knew it. Here you go.
Northern Brawler. That's really not necessary. Yes, it is.
It was getting all crumpled in my bag anyways. That's why you're my favorite.
Do I want to know where you stole that from?
Stole? Not at all. Totally normal recipe I found under a rock.
Sure.
Say, mage boy, what are you doing at the museum anyway? Or in Fizoa, for that matter?
Do not call me that.
My bad.
I'm here for missionary work and for curiosity's sake, to be honest with you. They say Fizoa harbored many of the dragon's champions. Indulging in history a bit can't hurt, right? Though clearly the Leviathan's allegedly chosen one leaves me a bit to be desired. I was hoping to find some interesting exhibitions or lectures on local divine legends, learn from the best.
Or the worst. Those sorts of things are usually so boring.
Perhaps you just lack the attention span to enjoy them.
Make sure I don't forget to tell you about the new museum they're building in the Sei Plains now.
New museum?
Yeah, I overheard some of the guards gossiping about it earlier. Apparently there's a fresh dig site on the steppe, and they're trying to improve an exhibition or something with the loot they found. Sounded very boring and dry, but maybe that would quench your thirst for dull knowledge.
The Sei Plains, you say? They're not too far from here.
Right, maybe I should visit them myself. I heard they're designing the museum architecture around the shapes of the artifacts they found.
You shouldn't be anywhere near museums or artifacts. Will you go see it? Perhaps. I need to figure out this whole thing first.
What whole thing? Me?
No. Yes, the whole stolen artifact thing. As well as the accidental aid in burglary thing and your lying thing. May I recommend some rest first? I have somewhat comfortable beds. Actually, yes, please. I could offer you separate rooms or separate ones.
Am I staying too?
Yes. You're in investigative custody.
Fine, I can use a nap and another drink later.
I'll be ready. Have a restful night, Jade. Keep an eye on your silverware.
I don't even like silver.
That'd make a fun rumor.
What does that even mean?
Sometimes my patrons come in with really interesting gossip, and that's always worth noting. Sometimes my patrons come in with really interesting gossip, and that's always worth noting down. You never know when you can turn a nice piece of gossip into a quest. But this time I was just kidding. I don't think your silvered version would be helpful for any future adventures.
Hold on. Turn rumors into quests. How do you do that?
At the end of every day, I sort through the rumors I've heard, and some days I have enough to turn into a quest for my patrons. It's quite fun.
Mind showing me how that works, perchance?
Some things are best kept secret.
Scared that I might steal your ideas?
Who can say?
Alright then, keep your secrets. I promise not to have Andu spy on you. We'll figure this out ourselves.
Have a restful night. Time to see if I collected enough rumors for a quest today. The citizens of Zenith are being plagued by a strange series of thefts. Hold on to your buttons, your honey, and check in on your scared kids. Zenith streets recently got a fresh, vibrant paint job. Okay, put all three of those together, and the boogeyman stole my socks. In the small town of Zenith, a young boy is being terrorized by the sounds of 1,000 moving feet and loud snoring under his bed. Could this be a monster summoned by nightmares that's also causing series of strange thefts? And who decided to give the town a makeover by repairing the cobblestones in bright colors? A leprechaun, a carbuncle, or very artistic button collector? Solve one mystery, get two free. Tavern keeper. I'm done. Okay, and that was the end of the demo. And I feel like we saw this photo before with the first demo that we played. Did we? I don't know, I feel like we saw maybe some more characters in the first demo we played. Did we? I'm not sure. I remember, maybe we didn't. Maybe we also only saw 4. I remember there was like the weird kind of like plant, elf, and werewolf mommy, and the kind of deceptive rogue, and then one other character that I'm not quite recalling. So maybe 4 is the normal amount. These characters were pretty cool. But for me, I don't know, they just weren't quite as memorable. And no scenarios really stood out to me either. The bee is cute. Mixing the drinks is pretty much the same. So I wish maybe they had like put a little bit more towards that if they're coming out with like not necessarily, I don't know. It's kind of the same game, but it's kind of a newish, it's new chapter of the game, so they're like doing more for the game, but it's like being treated sort of also as like a different, you know, new game at the same time. So I wish like maybe a little bit more had been put into it. I guess maybe it is because they're complicating it a little bit more, and they're like, okay, well this adds but subtracts, and this adds this and it adds to that, so they made it like more difficult but not really funner. You still don't even like press a button and it mixes, or it doesn't like transform into the drink on the screen, and it's just little things that make it feel a little bit lacking. To me, I guess since it's not like the first thing, I feel a little bit more critical of it. I do think that it's pretty well written. I will say that it did feel pretty well written, and like the dialogue between the characters felt pretty good. Not a whole lot of choices to like choose between things, but the dialogue didn't feel that bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the demo for the new Tavern talk, and I'll include it in the description, and it's coming out at the beginning of June. I believe it was June 9th. So the full version will be coming out. So check that out. And as always, if you like me and my face, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!